What is self-control? The capacity to restrain one's sentiments, emotions, and actions is known as self-control. Many people have trouble controlling themselves. For instance, we require self-control to maintain a budget, limit our sugar intake, and avoid using social media while at work. Researchers are still looking at the power of self-control as a resource we may use to live happier, more successful lives. Well, there is a lot we can do to improve these skills. The sign of an experienced leader is the capacity to control disruptive emotions and impulses. Here are 8 tips to increase self-control. Number 1. Find more motivation. Motivation is crucial for developing self-control abilities. To achieve your goals, you must identify what most drives you. If not, what is the point of all this effort? You'll feel more inspired to complete tasks when you consider the larger picture rather than each and every detail required to reach the goal. For instance, it's simple to become discouraged by the numerous tiny tasks, meetings, and permissions needed to complete a long-term project. Instead, regularly reminding your teammates and yourself of the eventual result might encourage drive. Number 2. Get a good night's sleep. Sleep deprivation affects the prefrontal cortex, which manages intellect, and the amygdala, which controls emotions, according to a Medical News Today report. Executives and managers should keep in mind that the more you require staff to put in extra time and respond to messages and calls non-stop, the more probable it is that they will get stressed and dissatisfied. As a result, they can wind up taking shortcuts and acting unethically. Do you promote sleep as a top priority for your team? Are you a good role model? Employee fatigue is bad for business. Keep an eye out for overworked personnel and encourage them to talk freely about it so you can help them appropriately. Number 3. Self-regulate to improve self-control. The common understanding of self-control is that we should actively regulate our impulses, resist temptation, and exercise willpower. But how do you go about it? Self-regulation helps you take charge of your feelings and actions, which makes it a fantastic approach to improve self-control. Stress, rage, or anxiety can be tough for someone who lacks self-control. In accordance with a very well-mined article, self-regulation enables you to connect with your values and express your needs more effectively. You may feel more at ease as a result. Number 4. Exercise to increase self-control. Do you often find yourself pressed for time? For you, there is excellent news. Exercise in brief, moderately vigorous bursts helps improve self-control. No matter how busy you are, schedule a quick workout into your daily schedule. Observe how you feel after working out. You might discover that you have greater energy all day. Number 5. Get digital self-control support. Accountability is important. Self-control support can be obtained in a variety of ways, including through apps that you can download to your phone. They can be useful for keeping track of your spending and food, making sure you never miss an exercise, and meeting job deadlines. Number 6. Understand your emotional intelligence. Understanding emotional intelligence is the first step in developing emotional self-regulation or impulse control. You can better control your emotions and urges if you know who you are. Do you, for instance, respond hastily to problems? Do you pause to hear what others have to say? Can you maintain composure and a positive attitude under pressure? Can you maintain patience amid irksome circumstances? The sign of an experienced leader is the capacity to control disruptive emotions and impulses. Number 7. Avoid decision fatigue. Decision-making has crucial ramifications for self-control. These skills are harmed by decision fatigue. For instance, some people would rather not make any decisions at all, whilst others would act impulsively or in an unreasonable manner. Avoid making critical decisions at the end of the day when your brain is worn out. If at all feasible, sleeping on it can be quite beneficial. Furthermore, automation is on your side. Set at least some parts of your life to default so that you won't have as many choices to make. This can entail making straightforward selections in advance or using apps. For instance, Steve Jobs always wore black turtlenecks and trousers. Check out some easy tricks to make decision-making simpler. And lastly, number 8. Set SMART goals. The task at hand appears insurmountable. You can find yourself losing control. You may prevent feeling overwhelmed by setting SMART, achievable goals. SMART goals are time-bound, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic goals. You can develop discipline to carry out daily duties in both your personal and professional life by setting attainable and realistic goals. Realizing your goals, no matter how big, will inspire you more and give you more self-control in the future. The lesson learned: self-control can be strengthened. Establish SMART goals to hit significant benchmarks. Consider the big picture and identify what drives you the most. Keep up a healthy lifestyle by getting enough sleep and exercising. You'll find it a lot simpler to go about your daily life, both personally and professionally, after you learn how to exercise self-control.